It's boy Zappa King of the Giant Robots, and welcome back to Super Robot Wars 30, wherein previously we solved Gridman. Gridman has been defeated. Also, what you will see on the YouTube side is what will be probably the last of the onboarding missions. After some deep thought, it came to me that there's no real content that we haven't seen in like the first wave of 10 Wave Battle 2. It's the same as 10 Wave Battle 1. It's just a different shape. So offline, I recorded... Oh, no, just completely offline. No, that's not what I want. Info pilots. Offline, I went ahead and took most of the DLC characters, and from Ultraman up through Voltes, they went from low 100s to the higher end of the spectrum. I'm sure, well, except for Ace, I don't know what his problem is. He just wasn't doing work. Granted, that still means Chiriko and Hokuto need to catch up. The Devolution Getter is fine. We already know that, yeah. And most of our OGs are also up in the close to the 200s. Anyone who's not close to 200 is never really going to get used. Like, sorry you got benched, Connie. Kagero, you wasn't living up to the hype. King Jader, Camille, you just, some people just don't make the cut sometimes. That's just how it be. And I rearranged the team a bit. Let's look at here. Armor is now in the Methis because I realized that the final bosses are probably going to have a lot to say to all the main characters. So I've rearranged the team. Mostly. It will still probably throw down Dankuga and Koryuo because stat-wise I put extra numbers into them and they're going to be monsters. They're going to destroy people. But then Red 5... Well, not even the Hainu, like Fa ended up in the Hainu because I swapped Armor into the Methis because I want to keep healbots on the field. As such, speaking of healbots, after a million years and then some, I've put Wyndham on the bench and brought Flame God Rayers up to being the replacement healbot. And main characters abound. Shadowmaru will still also go. So let's shoot a robot. Are there any prerequisites for nothing? No. And onboards. Let's have a talk. Leadership qualities. I don't know why this triggered all of a sudden. Was it a level thing, I wonder? Because I didn't have this before I did the 10 Wave Battle 2. Wonder. Maybe it's putting them both on the same battle so many times? Hey Kitty, how you holding up? Looks like Voltes having a hard time in our last sortie. I'm afraid it's been a struggle, yeah. Anything bothering you lately? Taking on resolved emotional troubles in the field can impact your performance. Got any concerns? I'd be happy to lend you an ear, if you're willing to share, of course. Kami, what is a leader? What's a what? Back in my role, I fought under the command of Dr. Sakonji at the Big Falcon. But as things are now, when I think of the lives riding on every call I make as a leader... Ah, you mean the pressure's getting to you? Yes, sir. Alright, let me share some perspective then. When you're commanding teammates, the key is to have a good grasp of each person. A good grasp of them? Let's take Sakura, for example. She's got a good head on her shoulders, but that strong moral center can make it hard for her to back down when she thinks she's in the right. You can't just pull around and say, "Because I said so," with her. You have to explain yourself and lay out your reasoning. Eric, on the other hand, tends to act based on impulse. It's more effective to direct her personal motivations than it is to explain things in exhaustive detail to her. Not all people think alike, huh? Exactly. And that's why the key to get an understanding of each teammate and figure out what works for them. Remember, I'm not telling you to just find the right thing to say to get them to do what you want. I mean, you have to care about them personally. I think I get what you're saying. Just... Oh, come on, Kenichi. Don't go doubting yourself. You already have everything the leader needs more than anyone else. What's that? The complete trust of your team. But that's the question. Do I really? Kenichi, come on. You know better than that. Ippei, and you've got the rest of the team with you? Sure, you're not quite the leader Okami is yet. But you're the only leader for the Voltes team. Yeah, that's right. Believe in yourself. But you're not the only one learning as you go. The rest of us are too. You can grow right along with us. You're the only guy fit to keep us all in line anyway. Guys. See, Kenichi, you and your teammates already have strong bonds. Just keep their trust in mind and do the best you can in your own way. Thanks for putting all that into perspective, Okami. Feels like a weight's been lifted off of me. Hey, no need for thanks. I've had some of those moments of self-doubt, Kenichi. I think every leader does. Wow, you went through this too? I never would have guessed considering how dependable you are. That's how you see me then. I guess I've done a bit of growing over the years. It's really good advice. I'm gonna take it too and become a great man who's earned the trust of his team. I know you'll get there, Shinjiro. Combat Review Team has such wonderful bonds. Yeah, we can't let them outside the Voltes team, of course. Counting on you, Mr. Leader Man. Our Goats' team is riding on you. I'll do my part right along with the rest of you. That's right, I've got my teammates here. My job is here to strike down the force of evil and make sure we make it back as home as a team. Huh. I wonder why that showed up and it hadn't before. And... yeah, we're going to do this before we get started. Just to clear the screen. Congratulations, Mino. You made Ace Pilot out here. Only here to accompany you. I'm here to become friends or celebrate with you. I suppose it makes sense you think we're your enemies, since we're the ones who defeated the Claw. Still, please try to talk to Wendy sometimes. No matter what happens, you'll always be Wendy's one and only brother. Right, if you're done talking, get going. Now what's going to happen with Vaughn and Michael going forward? I don't want to see anything make Wendy sad, though. Like, I feel it went over better with Better Man than Michael. Like, fuck right off, bruh. I need to bring up the chart because we have one last secret. Two, technically. Alright, go right to the Abyss. Team heads to Antarctica, where subspace, the Quaestor's inner sanctum, awaits. Also, coffee. You might hear the fan in the background. A battle erupts around the final pillar. Some people say that Antarctica looks like a unicorn. Or Triceratops. What if it was the remains of a giant Triceratops? And dinosaurs were not but beings of elements. On the bridge. I've just finally stopped to read what's in the center of the screen here. All-purpose battle super robot carrier Dash Traeger class lead ship. We detect a unknown flying object in our flight path. Of course, the place is right out here, and look what's waiting for us. Incoming transition from the object. Ma'am, it's the Hyjusians. Peacekeepers of the galaxy? They returned their home planet to discuss how best to deal with the Quasars, and now they're back. Hyjusians are hailing us. They're requesting to meet, ma'am. Acknowledge and coordinate their envoy. Looks like the space cavalry has arrived in the nick of time. Indeed, with help on our side, I believe it's trying to settle things with the Quasters. Getting vibes here. We're gonna talk to Hyjusians here, Captain Mitsuba? They specifically requested the Brave Police be present for the meeting. Certainly sounds interesting in us during our encounter with the South American Pillar, I mean, they're basically the galaxy's police force that makes us justice buddies. They want to serve us They want us to serve as the Galactic Brave Police. I'm not sure I share your rosy prognosis. Something you're concerned about, Shadowmaru? I say this having received that power from them. What I sense from them is no different from the Quasters. Shadowmaru! We'll have to discuss this later. Looks like the Hyjusians are here. I would sooner trust Shadowmaru than some alien I haven't seen for 5 minutes. This way. Thank you for your guidance. Welcome to Jarcrest, Mr. Hyjusian. We know you are heading to the South Pole to confront the Quasters. They are mighty indeed. The possibility of a victory is infinitesimally small. You're saying we're gonna get clobbered? Hold on, did you come all the way out here just to talk down to us? Don't, Gunmax. My understanding is you returned to your homeworld to come with a plan to defeat the Quasters? If you come back to Earth, I imagine you must have some kind of countermeasures in tow. Precisely, we prepared a method for eliminating the Quasters from Earth. And that would be... we purify the minds of all the Earthlings. As I just said, I would sooner trust Shadowmaru's vibes versus some fucking magic motherfuckers I've known for 5 minutes. Did you just say purify our minds? Not sure I'll follow. What's that tale exactly? We will use a device we created to eliminate the evil hearts of all Earthlings. Motherfucker, that doesn't solve anything. Now, just wait a moment. The heart has a good side and a bad side. Removing the evil side alone is impossible, but if you forcefully made the attempt, our hearts should all disappear. I'm afraid this is the only way. Removing emotions is a way to eliminate conflict. Yeah, you can see where they and the Claw had a lot more common than we reckoned. So in a sense, you came to Earth following the Claw. The Quasters have judged Earthlings' hearts to be fundamentally evil, with their annihilation as the only solution. If we were to eliminate the evil from your hearts, they would surely leave. Yeah, but you can't just erase everyone's hearts, it's crazy! You're absolutely right, Yuta. Mr. Kashiwazaki, what are you doing here? I'm not Kashiwazaki. I'm a being known as Kapia. I'm simply part of Kashiwazaki's body. Kapia? I was once inhabitant of the 6th planet of the Doral star system, in your language, an alien. Wait, have you been with them since my sisters came aboard? Correct. I borrowed Masaya Kashiwazaki so that I could meet with you and the team. 6th planet of the Doral star system, a planet that was once subject to the soul cleansing plan. So everyone on your planet had their hearts erased by the Hyjusians. That's right. I alone was able to flee into space, avoid the terrible fate that awaited the rest of my kind. To ensure this tragedy did not repeat itself, I sought to alert the people of Earth before it was too late. Tragedy. You call the cleansing of your planet's souls a tragedy. Perhaps you have better explanation as to why the Quasters are no longer present on Doral? I have no other words to describe it. People in my world have their hearts irrevocably altered, with no say in the matter. Eventuality ensured by the evil within them. Eliminating the world's hatred and desire, eliminating crime and conflict with it. That, I can't deny. But our charity and kindness, our ability to care and love others, we lost that too. If you continued as you were, only the Quasters' judgment would have awaited you. Everything we did for the sake of you and your people. What matters is ensuring a species lives out its life. Hyjus acts only to ensure the longevity of intelligent species. And you take away our hearts to do so? We would. In our parlance, the Earth is a pattern number 9, the same as the Wild's 6th planet. What you call crime and warfare are more than enough for a guilty verdict from the Quasters. That very well may be true, but we can't stand idly by and watch you erase the hearts of the entire planet. Lord Manny, welcome to Endgame. Not Marvel's Endgame, Ben Presto's Endgame. There are two sides to every heart. Joy and sorrow, hatred and love, good and evil, irreplaceable and indivisible. Okay, good. More importantly, you don't just get to mess with someone else's heart. That sense of determination is what gave us the strength to fight against the Farzuds. Of course, not everyone's a saint. There's good people and bad people out there. But the world takes all kinds, and that's what makes it interesting, don't you think? Good and evil, the heart is the simple thing to split down the middle. To put simply, we've grown fond of these hearts of ours. If you are looking to cleanse our souls, thanks, but no thanks. Well, guys, the Brave Police said everything I was going to. Come a long way, Brave Police. Honestly, I've got no qualms with what you guys are representing us here. Us representing the Dry Cries. They're coming to steal our hearts. That's your jurisdiction, guys. If you eliminate everyone's heart, 3 hearts cannot become 1. Yeah. But at the same time, you don't need Getter Robo until things like, oh, the invaders come down, and they don't care good or evil, they just want to eat intelligent brain. And if we don't conflict, then we can't defend ourselves, and the invaders take over, we lose, game over. You created your hearts alongside steadfast allies, but who else would deny those who would dare steal them? We fully agree with the Brave Police, we will not allow you to cleanse our souls. But if you don't, let's make a bet. Oh. Suppose we win against the Quasters on our own. If we do that, your soul cleansing will be unnecessary. You intend to take the fate of Earth into your own hands. I'd say Commander Speed's statement represents a consensus of the entire crew. We're confident in our chances, you might say, Captain. They vanished. After hearing what the captain had said, they probably decided to observe the situation for now. Mr. Capia? Your words inspired bravery in me as well. You won't falter against the Quasters or the Hyjusians. Of that I'm certain. Now then, I look forward to seeing you fight against the Quasters. Yeah, the Dark Race are gonna win this for sure! Enter the void through the doorway of the abyss. There you are. Load up. $20 units! Placement das! You sense the glowy guys have some evil in them? Yeah, probably. No, I think they're just blindly black and white. They're objective, and sometimes being objective is wrong? Is that what I'm trying to say? Fuck if I know. Machine. I've been waiting for you, Darkrise. I'm afraid I forgot to prepare scones, however. This isn't really the time for bad jokes. Azu, I understand the lack of scones must be quite troubling, but please don't get upset. Motherfucker, why are you so on about scones all of a sudden? You making fun of me? Do you intend to face this alone, Caruleum? I am not so conceited to think I can defeat you with the Gravelin alone. That said, as though I know I won't make up for a lack of scones, we do have opponents for you to face. There's like a bajillion of them! What's going on here? Those aren't quasters? Mobile suits and heavy metals, kaiju and metal beasts? Even old-grown machines. Do I sense a hint of delight? Think of this as hospitality. Why aren't you using the quasters' weapons? Trying to prepare to serve the main fleet? Silence. Usually so confident. This is probably part of his plan. I'll be honest with you, I invited you to Antarctica on my own, without permission from the Magisters and Masters. Masters? Those who seek the truth alongside the Magister. All decisions are made by them following mutual consultation. You always follow the Magister Guy's directions, why change now? What's going on here? I may have begun to question who I am. So what, you brought us a bunch of self-discovery sessions? Give me a fucking break! Hold on, Fan! Let's hear him out for now. Thank you. Allow me to elaborate. All this hinges on the relationship I have with the Magister. My understanding has always been that the person you describe as the Magister is the leader of the Quasters. Correct. The Magister leads discussion with the Masters, but so are the truths they find in civilizations. When civilization is judged to be wanting, the Magister assigns someone to rebuild. A new king, effectively. So when you're calling yourself the king, it's because of the Magister? Yes, but I no longer understand. Why does the Magister have the right to assign such a status to others? To be king was the highest honor I could receive. But that too, an idea planted in my head by the Magister? Thoughts race in my head. Do I have a will of my own? Who was I, really? He's more level-headed and sensitive than I thought. Yeah, he always struck me as not caring about this kind of stuff. When I saw you push away the subjugation wave, I could no longer know the suspicions I harbored. Suspicions that the Magister was controlling my every decision. But you've already found your answer, haven't you? Azu. Did you have these thoughts proof that your mind is free? If you're really being controlled, you'd be a fervent believer in what the Magister tells you. All I have to do now is make a decision. If you don't believe the Magister, follow your own path. If you do believe the Magister, simply continue acting like the agent of the Quasters. Azu, why are you helping me? I would, could it be? Is this the great romantic reveal I've heard so much about? I've never been interested in your bad jokes, and that was worse than most. I'm sorry. It's just... It's funny, but I'm really thankful I met you. Whatever do you mean? When I first fought you, I was scared the power outside implanted would cause me to lose control. Later on, I realized if I was scared of losing control, I still have control. That's how I learned to fight, while remaining true to myself. Azu. That feeling you have, where you're not sure the person in the mirror is? I remember what that feels like. You're an enemy, but that doesn't mean you deserve to be abandoned. Thank you, Azu. Thanks to you, I've made a decision in my heart. What do you plan to do? Well, you are Earth's mightiest squadron, the Darkrise. By striking you down, I'll prove myself worthy of my throne. The Magister did not decide this. I concluded it's a necessary ritual of my own accord. Alright then, we'll just have to face you. Now we're talking, Caruleum! Been ready to whoop that ass since we got here. No tricks, no hesitation, no whining from the loser. That you decided we'll fight you with everything we have. Your plan to rule the world won't get off the ground. And if you lose to us, you have to give it up. All of it. Thank you, Tri-Cries. I'm glad to have met you. I will surpass you, and when I do, you may rest easy knowing the future of Earth humanity lies in my hands. Sorry, but only heroes get to spell lights like that. Then I will become a hero, a heroic king delivering salvation to humanity. Gridman. I suppose you might have been an influence here. All units, target Caruleum, take him down, and the battle's over! As you will, Tri-Cries. Fight me knowing full well the future of the Earth hangs in the balance. And when I win, you will serve me! This really isn't time for your bad jokes. Oh, so the tip is, be careful, everything's powered up. No, it's not. Voodoo power da! Well, fucking turn up. Fuck your barriers. Everyone catches X count. Back to command. Turn up. I know what I'm gonna do. Into the void with you.
俺自身の可能性を信じる。作るんだ。俺たちの物語を。俺たちの未来を。
Oi.
ウルガルの野望は僕たちが打ち砕く。
Events initiate after I defeat 10 or damage the boss.
相手を追い込むんだ。そこだ。はあ。
相手をしてやるぜヘビーメタル。
勝負どころだ。一気に決めようぜ。
お前たちの命俺が預かる。はあ、
弾空神剣。Oh. Oh.
Sky 獣か。噂通りのゲテモノ揃いだな。これならどうだ。
Five.
.動きのパターンを私の超 AI で見抜く。ファイヤーソード。ローリングサンダー。フェア
I still managed to deploy Fa. I mean, she is not a bad pilot. But not according to Keikaku. Oh. Seven.
今度こそ全滅させてやるぜ。ここは俺に任せてもらう。切るなよ、ハヤト。ドリルアーム。味わえゲッターの恐ろしさを。
Eight.
モビルスーツだって怖くない。赤い稲妻。
Nine. Alright. I'll be honest with you, Ozzy. I'm starting to enjoy fighting you. I don't enjoy it in the least. So then do you hate me? It's not that. It's the fighting itself I hate. Then why do you insist on facing me? Your behavior seems quite contradictory from where I'm standing. I have things I want to protect. People, places. Those who mattered most to me taught me something important. Taught me to stake my life on what matters, when I need to. And that is simply wonderful. I wish to learn how that feels from you. From all of you. And you can learn from this the meaning of defeat. Class is ending, Caruleum Wall.
余裕の態度もここまでよ。カルレームやるよ。キュッテバインサーティス
Get outranged.
ブラックホールキャノンセット。今すべてを解き放つ。フルインパクト。
この私としたことがつまらんミスをしたものだ。なんとこの私が手も足も出せないとは。
What is it, Uso? It's... I have the option. I feel like I just sent someone really familiar. Familiar how? Kind of nurturing, as if I'd only just met them, but also someone I've known for a long time. I could just make contact one more time. That's why we have to do this, Uso. You are the small fry. Focus our attacks in Caruleum. Uso, watch it. Uso, watch it. More reinforcements? Sensker mobile suits? Aw, crap, the one with Candace Katagina! I'm here to back you up, Uso! Miss Katagina, is that you? The creatures who are allowed to succeed mankind's history will end. So allow us to enter the fray. Miss Katagina? Sorry, Uso. Listen, if you don't believe me at this point, after everything we've done, how could you? But listen, I realized something during the fight at Angel Halo. What matters most is one sense of caring and kindness. You always held on that side of you, Uso, even in the heat of battle. Did the Angel Halo Cycle Wave affect her somehow? But Queen Marie isn't making her say any of this. I think it was Shakti. Her wish reawakened the kindness within them. I won't ask for forgiveness, Uso, but please let us fight alongside you. What now, Uso? What now, Uso? You even need to ask? Welcome aboard, Katagina! Past is the past. Today we fight together! Thank you, Uso. Always found your sense of earnestness unnerving, but now I think I'm alright with it. If you don't have room for me, that's fine. I just want to help fight what you and Shakti are seeking. How splendid it must be to fight alongside former enemies. Caruleum? Yet another lesson learned. Allow me to express my gratitude to all of you. You are truly remarkable. By surpassing you, I will earn my right to rule. Well, I hate that you're in the Cantio and not the other thing. Hello and welcome to Team Chronicle Asher. Potential level 5, instinct level 2, support attack level 2, ignore size level 2. Bullseye, persist, snipe, gain spirit, and valor. Already a great ace at 125. At 130 morale, activates a snipe spirit at the start of own phase. Well, that's unique. You only have this shit tier 4 upgrade Contio. At least Katagina has a Gotraland. Goderlatan. Goderlatan? I don't fucking know. Katagina loot. Cyber new type level 5. I didn't know that. Potential level 5. Morale on defense. Ignore size level 2. Intuition, wall, cheer, drive, accel, and love. At 140 morale, activates a bullseye spirit at the start of her own phase. Great ace at 125. Mega Beam Cannon, Beam Tonfa, and Mega Beam Cannon non-net. Well, if I fired that, I hit 1. Are you up for this, Chronicle? Could acquire the Ring Contio, but no matter! Together we'll defend humanity's future. Besides, if you're known to persist by an evil spirit, Chronicle. Perhaps I was too. Oh, what am I even thinking? So long as I have strength to fight, I'll do everything I can in this war. It's as if I return to my days in Woolwig.
世界の危機の前にできることを距離を取ったからといって逃がさない。
If you get hit, you die. Power? And persist.
よくものこのこと人思いに落としてやる。
All right.
ヘビーメタルで生き物と戦うとはな。
バスターランチャーエネルギーイン。この間合いならば撃てそこ
イカルガの力僕が引き出してみせます。出力を限界まで上げます。逃がしません。
グリッドマンは絶対に負けない。行くぞブレストストーク。 ためらってる場合じゃないならロングレンジキャノンそこだ。
次の指示を出すまではかっこ撃破だ。
来るぞルルーシュ。
よし、すでに勝ち筋は見えている。チェックメイトだ。
腕は落ちていないようだな。
まあな。
前を向くんだヒノキ。
ありがとうガイさん。
ガジェットツール
ボルティングドライバ
戦闘用人工知能の行動パターンは知っている。特大竜巻で溶けちまえ。
私なりのやり方で行かせてもらいます。ブレイブポリスシャドウ丸、いざ参る。はあ、
化け物退治はコンバトラーがやってやる。超電磁ヨーヨ
不利は承知の上の戦いです。
ミサイルキャニスター攻撃用意。
イルミネーターリンク
撃て。
Super Ace.
目標に向けて攻撃を開始する。しっかり狙えよ。よーし、メガ粒子砲一斉発射。撃て
Everyone had a time to shine. Overflow. Now, how you gonna act, Caruleum? Here I come, Darkrise. When I surprise you, I will have the mandate or required to rule this planet as king. So you might be able to serve me, but it seems that will remain yet another unfulfilled dream. Fear not! Your memory will live on within my breast as I guide this world's future. Farewell, Darkrise.
バラバラにしてあげよう。コンバトラー V。
Oh.
見せてやろう。王の力を。 勝利を我が手に。これがグラビスフィアカノンだ。王は全てを決する。
あいた。けどこの程度ならまだまだいけるぜ。
面白い。コンバトラーと力勝負か。ビッグブラスト。
なるほど。君は私の想定以上のようだ。
So. Charging. Go on, Mitsuma. When I strike you down, the inhibitor else will lie defeated. I will stand before you as your new king. When I allow Orchidis orders Caruleum, We're gonna fight you on our own volition. Alice has no horse in this fight. We stand against the Quasars on our own. And today you'll see how strong we've become.
これは私たちの戦いです。
MMFA ファイナルシーケンスへ行こう。
車線上からの離脱を確認。充填 100%。
四方発射5秒前。3、2、1。
撃て。
囚人め、くだらないことをしてくれる。私も隊長を務めた君の重要度は理解している。見せてやろう。
Assist.
強い。だけどこれを外すわ。
私の返しは少々痛いぞ。
No.
!仕掛けるぞ。うかつな。
王の御座に気安く触れてもらいたくないな。では次は
まだやれるなら邪魔をするな。
王の御座に気安く。
戦いの鉄則は頭を潰すことだ。
見せてやるぜ。これ
君を叩けばさぞや敵の士気も下がるだろう。終わらせ
Well, you just have to not hit me. How about that?
見えているんですよ。やるしかない。光の翼最大パワー。 行くぞ。これだ。
Giant Beam Saber.
王の御座に気安く触れてもらいたくないな。そのまま返すわけにはいかん。
Okay, it's not strong. Persist.
Char クラブに持ち込まれる前に勝負をつける。おとなしくしやがれ。準備はいいか、ファイヤージェネッカ。お、チェンジマックスキャノン。ファイヤージェネッカ。 マックスキャノン。東は知らん。そこだ。チャージ完了。マックスキャノンファイヤー。
10K. We're starting to engage Prevail.
これは想定外。君は知ることになる。パワーを誇ることのお。
Get scanned.
いざ勝負だ。カルレムバウル。
コリオが最大王子。
君は知ることになる。パワーを誇ることの愚かさを終わらせよう。
私にだってできる。主神合一一位精神破山剣召喚竜王破山剣はあ竜光最終奥義破山剣激輪弾。
素直に称賛の言葉を送ろう。見事だ。自慢のパワーが私に通用する。
Yes. Oh, I didn't turn up.
クエスターズの隊長が来たぞ。
あの人ちょっとおかしいよね。
ビーム。
Beam!
そろそろ本気を出さなくてはいけないようだな。君は知ることになる。パワーを誇る
I
ことの
think I'm
愚
gonna
か
get
さ。
hit.
終わらせよう。全て勝利を我が手に。グラビスピアカノン。今こそ真理をつかむ。
Persist. Gridman! Flash.
オンバトラーの実力。
君は知ることになる。
みんなのためにできることを精一杯やろう。力を貸してヒップラインサーティ全てを解き放るキャノン当たれ。
君たちの力十分に見せてもらったよ。
Just give it up! We both know you've lost! The Gravelin and I have lost. It exactly what it looks like, Caruleum. It's time to give it up! No, Azu. The hesitation doubted me invited this outcome. Oh, for someone trying to be king, this is because you really don't seem to be very regal. Besides, since you already moved past your hesitation phase, I would have agreed with you earlier, but this defeat only proves that I remain clouded with doubt. Oh, you're just quibbling with yourself at this point? That's why I've chosen to see my hesitation as an asset to be treasured. Mitsuba, I request you allow me to accompany the Dry Cries. Bitch, what? Does this mean you're gonna fight against the Quaestors? Against the Magister? Depending on how the situation develops, yes. All policies that potential danger should be eliminated, but you made it difficult for me to accept that judgment. So for now, I want to learn from you all, so that I might be better equipped to consider my own condition. Captain, what would you advise? I feel like that this is like course for the true ending. Granted. Thank you, Mitsuba. Is that acceptable, everyone? No argument here. It's your decision to make, Captain. We provide such valuable intel on the Quaestors. His presence will be to our advantage. For now, Kai and I keep an eye on him. Are you okay with this, Azu? Yeah. He shouldn't be allowed anywhere close to you, Captain. In that case, allow me to learn from you, Azu. Also denied. Caruleum, your fundamental rights will be respected, but you must follow our instructions. As you wish. I'm afraid I need to justify my presence aboard your vessel. Gotta admit, you know how to mind your manners. Thought you'd be too stuck up. I appreciate the opportunity to prove myself. And the last pillar. It's... the door's opening. Shove everyone aside. A black pillar of light? The dimensional boundary associated with that pillar is unbelievably powerful. Does that mean it's the entrance of Quaestor's inner sanctum, subspace? Precisely, it is your path forward. Take it. Wait, is that? It's the Hyjusians. As you can see, we've cleared the first hurdle. We're going to cross that pillar of light and bring the fight to the Quaestors. Even if you do defeat the Quaestors, so long as evil exists in your hearts, humanity's annihilation is inevitable. As such. That's not true! We'll be just fine without your stupid soul cleansing! It's quite difficult to believe, given our cursory examination of humanity's history of crime and warfare. Maybe, but we're still not going to give up! We Earthlings are going to make our hearts even better, and we won't need your help to do it! Shall ask you but once more. Do you reject the soul cleansing, knowing full well that self-annihilation awaits? Yuta, you get to answer this one. Yuta, our boss, our will is live with you. Right, time to do this, guys. Mr. Hyjusian, we Earthlings don't need a soul cleansing. You'd rather fight to protect your imperfect hearts than enjoy an eternity of peace. That's right. Very well. They're gone? I wonder if we got through to them. Have we been abandoned? Could be. Doesn't matter, though. That's right, you're in Utah. We're gonna blaze a trail on our own. Yeah, when that bad guy universe throws our way, we'll bite him. Well said. Humanity's future is in all your hands. Copy up. Thank you for your help. What moves Hyjusian's action with the strength of your hearts, all of you. Starting with you, Utah. To be able to see through this without repeating the tragedy it would befell my world. What do you plan to do from here out, Mr. Kapia? I return to Japan first. Barring his body forever wouldn't be right, not for him or for your sister. From there, I'll leave this body and return to my home planet. My people have lost their hearts. It's my intent to save them. If there's anything we can do to help, just say the word. I appreciate that. You have more pressing matters to take care of, however. Yeah, we're gonna win back peace, so... Time to head to subspace and take on the Quaestors. Looks like the time's finally arrived. That's right. With the power you've acquired, you're ready to face the Magister. Time ready to strike down the Quasters, our ultimate foe. On the bridge. How are things looking? We sent a surveillance drone and Pillar of Light. We're having trouble getting a reading from the other side. Sounds like returning to normal space from subspace is impossible. That's our biggest issue at the moment. One-way ticket, huh? That's all we can say at this time. Even if we take down the Quaster, we have no way of getting back home. Exactly. Caruleum doesn't have anything to help us out here. Caruleum appears capable of breaching the dimensional wall on its own, but if we can't transport the entire team, nevertheless, we have to go. Right. We explain the situation to the crew and send only those who are willing to volunteer. Better make sure we head in with no regrets. Let's get the final preparations out of the way, seal ourselves with what's to come, and return to Antarctica when ready. We need to prepare ourselves for the possibility of this being a one-way trip. Right, next time we're in Antarctica, there's no turning back. For the Char cries, this will be our final voyage. Huh, somehow. New mission in the Antarctic Peninsula. Anything on board? The rest. Boss battle 8, doing that offline. Boss battle 9, doing that offline. Boss battle 10, offline. 5 units battle, offline. Mass production ultimatum. Team battles and army mass produce units in the simulator. Probably the same thing as before, offline. Team battles Team Ace pilots in the simulator. Yeah, I think that's probably offline as well. That's not anything new. Strong enemies in Earth, strong enemies in space. Dialogue, though. And 3 more Ace chats. We'll do that on the next episode. For now... Actually, no. Michael... yeah, I can add it to the title. So let's do this. This is dialogue. Man grows introspective after learning that Chirico's reasons for him living, and vows to help him. Why are these unlocking now? I don't get it. Hangar 2. So, you and Fiona. Yeah, that's it. I'm still amazed at what happened between you and Fiona. Here's hoping you'd see her again. I will. You can count on that. Sound pretty sure of yourself there. The reason I live is to see her again. If I couldn't do that, I might as well be dead. The fact you're not dead means you'll find her sooner or later. Or romantic. I'd take the wind right out of Callan's sails if she heard it. Sorry, I wasn't trying to give you a hard time. Besides, I get exactly what you're talking about. It used to be the same for me. Gone. I lost Elena. I lost all life meaning. That's why I tossed everything aside to kill the Claw. What do you think about it now that you completed your vengeance? Honestly, I got nothing. I have no idea what to do. I've been spending my days remembering the things Elena taught me. Got nothing better to do. That's changed today. I've got something else to do. I gotta get you back to your home world, so don't go dying on me, huh? That's it. As for today, I'm gonna be Vaughn the Escort. As for you, you can be Chirico the Immortal. Sure, I'll try to live up to that name. And then this guy. Congratulations, Caruleum. You made Ace Pilot, apparently. Indeed I did, and it's no surprise with my skills. Right, if you'll pardon me. Wait, Tazu, don't you have something more to congratulate me with? Or is this curiously flat turning his foundation into a surprise party? Looks like you picked up some ideas you could have done without. Come, celebrate with me! A new ace is born today! Excuse me? I don't have time to party right now. All that has to come once we're at peace. A good point. If you think so, then work to make your celebration real. We're on the Dark Christ now, after all. Thank you, Azu. Those words are the greatest congratulations I could receive. Alright. Next time. Facing death. Good night, Space Ones.
リタ夢か。疲れてるんだな俺。みんなは俺のように思い詰めないようにな。無理のないペースでこの物語を進めてくれ。